It's week.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
But the numbers for Gibbs from last week, 19 carries, 109 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
To throw is Anderson. Off the bootleg. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's good for a Colts. First and 10 at the
Operating from the gun. Anderson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Colts at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jake Bailey now. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They'll start with the option. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself, and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson. Throw out wide is incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off play action. Anderson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Prescott, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Prescott off play action. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. To the air again, Prescott. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Anderson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On the give, here's Gibbs. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw is Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Anderson now on first down. On the out route, he finds Johnston. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Gibbs. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Johnston on the quick slant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And they'll run it with Gibbs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Anderson on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll send a tight end in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Operating from the gun. Anderson able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Colts. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. This offense so far on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Now Anderson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw again. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that one complete to Hodgins. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run. If they keep making plays like that, they might move up in the rankings, but you got to like what they're doing. Plugging up the middle, able to run to the perimeter. People just can't do much against them.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Anderson to throw on 2nd down. Now that'll be caught by Cup. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. Anderson toward the sideline, intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Anderson.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Fielded at about the 28. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Prescott now.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
But, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
Okay,
we were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On third down, it's Prescott. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Pass out left finds Johnston.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's 2nd and inches at the Panthers' 43-yard line.
And Gibbs has it.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Off play action. Anderson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 now.
Operating from the gun, Anderson.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Anderson. And that is incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here's Gibbs.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Back to throw. Anderson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now run by Gibbs. And some room to run now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
On 1st and 10, Anderson. That's Samuel, caught left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts are able to add on to that lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
And the Panthers coming out now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Here's Prescott.
He'll find Hodgins there, complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Play action now, Prescott. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st down, Carolina.
Up the middle they go. Noel. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 35, here's the 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Anderson. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Now Anderson. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A big pickup of 38.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Working the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
On 1st down, Noel to the 27-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Panthers.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
27 yards.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And the Colts getting ready to go. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They go play action here on first down.
Finds Johnston.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
2 yards to go, second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
The tight end in motion right. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, Anderson.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Panthers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott now. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Panthers.
Prescott from the gun. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Colts are going to have it here just past the 25. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Gibbs straight ahead. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Third and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory. So for the Colts, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.